engine. In the last 8 or 9 years, we have seen that the growth is only something that the pessimists are surprised about. And all the optimists are always feeling that India will continue to grow assiduously the way it has been growing in the last few years. Globally, Indians are being recognized in all spheres of life. They are heading global corporates and its engineers, doctors, scientists have strong presence and respect in all the developing nations. We are proud to see that Indians are providing global leadership on the most challenging and contentious issues which the world is grappling with. The G20 summit recently concluded in India and headed by the Honorable Prime Minister has reinforced our ability to become a force to be reckoned with. Today, India is in a sweet spot, and we all recognize that. At the turn of the century, in 2000, we were at 13th largest economy in the world. But now, we have already become the 5th largest economy. We are hoping by 2027-28, we will be able to overtake both Germany and Japan and become the 3rd largest economy in terms of GDP. If the growth continues at 7%, which is expected, then we will become a $35 trillion economy by 2047. The levers of this growth are the Indian young population, aspirational demographic, fast-growing middle class, expanding physical and digital infrastructure, technological advancements and adoption, thrust to manufacturing, the startup culture which has come into India, major reforms and stable government policies which are investor friendly, and I would like to deal with some of them. Demographic dividend. India is presently the world's most populous country with a population of 1.44 billion people, and we have overtaken China very recently. By 2030, India's working age population is expected to exceed 1 billion people. So these are the people in the age bracket who will be working in India and abroad. This provides a great opportunity for growth compared to the developed world, where the working population is rapidly shrinking. To harness the demographic potential, our youth have to be equipped with the right skills and competencies which will be required by the corporates. The Government of India had recently announced the National Education Policy 2020, wherein the focus is on vocational training and inclusive and equitable growth by ensuring quality education to each and every child. The policy is under implementation, but large number of schools and colleges and institutions are already implementing it. We are confident that the children who will be coming out from schools and colleges will be equipped with the right skills and competencies and attitudes that are required by the corporates. Businesses across the world are adopting the skill-based approach towards hiring. They are prioritizing talent over traditional qualifications. According to PwC, skill shortage may significantly impact profitability in industry over the next 10 years. By focus on individuals' abilities, companies are looking to tap into diverse skill sets. For employers, a skill-based approach can create a more robust pipeline of talent and may help to address the skill gap. With rapid advancements in technology, the shelf life of skills is also coming down, and one has to continuously reskill and upskill their talents. Secondly, In terms of the manufacturing hub, I would like to mention that India has embarked upon this mission to enhance its presence in the manufacturing space. This area was neglected for quite some time. In 1990, the overall GDP of India and China used to be the same. But China focused on manufacturing and leapfrogged as a nation. But in India, we did not do so. We started realizing that manufacturing is an important area to venture into, and our employment was by and large skewed. 60 to 65% of the people were in the services sector and only 17 to 18% in the manufacturing, and the rest were in the agriculture sector. The government has already taken various measures to boost their manufacturing sector with economic reforms and policies such as the introduction of GST, reduction in the corporate taxations, labor law reforms, production-linked incentive schemes, and Gati Shakti mission. In the last few years, India has emerged as a significant player in the manufacturing of smartphones, semiconductors, electronic vehicles, batteries, solar panels, cells, medical devices, and defense equipment, etc. A large number of multinational companies are coming to India to set up manufacturing activities, not only to look into the demand of India, but also for exports. They are seeing a lot of potential and talent within India and doing reverse engineering for products, both for the Indian market and also for exports. The rapid growth in the middle class is also exciting. We have seen that in the last 2 years, we are adding 30 million people to the middle class, which is equivalent to the population of Australia and New Zealand put together. So this is what we are offering both to Indian entrepreneurs as well as to people who are coming from abroad. India has therefore become a destination of choice with investor-friendly policies and strategic geopolitical advantages. The FDI investment since the time we became independent in India has been $950 billion, out of which $520 billion have come only in the last 8 years. And you can see the speed at which people are having confidence and trust on India as a nation, and they will continue to grow in times to come. In the last 10 years, growth in physical infrastructure has also been phenomenal. The massive investment in roads, railways, airports, seaports is strengthening the supply chain and drastically reducing the logistic cost within India. Besides the increase in the infrastructure, there has been a conscious move to ensure that the quality of the same also meets global standards. There has been a major thrust to connect all parts of India, right from Kashmir to Kanyakumari, from north to south, as well as Kandla to Kohima, from west to east. The digital infrastructure, which has also been created in the last 10 years, is truly unique and remarkable. It has given identity to each individual, embraced digital payments, and empowered the people with data. Today, there are transactions to the tune of 14 billion rupees per day on real-time basis through mobile payments. India today has a large telecom subscriber base of 1.2 billion users, and the internet penetration is also reaching out to 837 million users. This has led to financial inclusion, and also we have seen that in the last couple of years, 460 million people have been given bank accounts. Today, India has the third largest fintech ecosystem. Reforms have enabled the banking sector to improve the asset profile by reducing the non-performing assets and bring the loan defaulters on the check by taking proactive measures. This has strengthened the financial viability of banks and made them robust and resilient towards external global threats. The prudent management shown by the Reserve Bank of India to handle inflation in the last 2 years has made India stand out as a unique example when other countries are adversely affected by it. The startup culture and technology. The Startup Indian scheme was launched in the year 2016. It is aiming to build a strong ecosystem for nurturing innovation and startup in the country to drive economic growth and generate employment opportunities. The scheme has been a huge success and large number of startups have come up in various segments and various sectors in the last few years. India has emerged as the third largest ecosystem for startups globally. Over the past 4 years, there have been 66% year-to-year growth in the number of additional unicorns being added every year. India is home today to 111 unicorns with an approximate valuation of $350 billion and almost 100 new startups are coming up on a monthly basis. I'm sorry, it's on a daily basis, so that surprises me still further. At the same time, technology is emerging as a force multiplier. Technology is growing at an exponential pace, compelling the business models to be reinvented, to be reimagined, and a new paradigm has already begun. Introduction of generative AI is changing the way we work. It has a great potential to improve productivity, efficiency, creativity, and innovation. It is heartening to see that Indians are today becoming job providers rather than just job seekers. Today, India has become the highest consumer of data in the world, and also the data is available at a very, very competitive price. Corporate excellence is a worthy endeavor of visionary business leadership. To this end, the corporates have to collaborate with the education sector to bridge the skills and gaps and ensure that they get students who are job ready. Furthermore, data should be leveraged for informed decision making and transparency to facilitate better governance and timely action. Today, corporates are not just looking at short-term profit. They are adopting models, practices, and procedures that take care of the people, planet, and profitability. They are not only looking after the interest of the shareholders, but all the stakeholders who are the part of the ecosystem. Sustainability has become a buzzword and the central theme for any industry and the heart and ethos of the organization. Today, customers are better informed and conscious of associated with brands that endorse sustainable practices. Businesses themselves are aligning with their vision with sustainability and reducing their carbon footprints, promoting gender equality in workplace, providing decent work conditions, and engaging in responsible consumption and production. Extreme weather conditions, global warming, indiscriminate use of natural resources, depletion of forests, and uses of single-use plastics are ranked among the top risks in the minds of the younger generation. Despite all the growth that we are having, we are also seeing some global headwinds. The socio-economic and political landscape of India has these headwinds, and this can be a spoiler. Geopolitical tensions, strained diplomatic relations, impacting trade and investment flows are some of the causes. Disruption caused in the supply chain by the Red Sea conflict may disrupt manufacturing and distribution and hinder economic instability. Despite these hurdles, India's diversified economy, budding tech sector, and the youthful demographic offer opportunities for resilience and innovation. To ease the supply chain disruption and improve global connectivity, India is also set to launch the India Middle East European Economic Corridor, which will improve connectivity between India and the Middle East and Europe. The Russian invasion of Ukraine started on 23rd of February 2022. It has been exactly 2 years and still no resolution is being seen. The Israel and Hamas conflict is also creating disruptions. Besides this, cyber threats, cyber risks are causing increasing concern. Data protection and safety will become essential for companies, communities, and countries at large in future. An international study undertaken by PwC on 3,500 CEOs globally says that 44% of them saw improvement in business climate going forward. In the case of India, the same is much more favorable, as about 86% of the CEOs felt that the performance for the next 3 years will be better than the previous 3 years. They are highly optimistic and strongly believe that they can transform their business by adopting technological interventions and enhance productivity and increase customer acquisition and experience. Before I conclude, I would like to say that the Indian economy is on a growth trajectory, which is unstoppable. We have to honestly learn, use, and deploy AI in daily life. At the World Economic Forum, one of the ministers of the UAE was asked as to how and what they are doing with generative AI. And he said that if we embrace technology, we will be complete. If we do not do it, we will be finished. And if we ignore it, we will be completely finished. To all the students, I would like to say that you have to dream big. It is your moment, and you have to work hard with dedication and perseverance. This is the right time, and India is at a sweet spot, as I mentioned earlier, and there are tremendous opportunities for all of you. Every sixth Indian will be into AI, will be into technology, and 25% of the workforce for the global requirement will be sourced from India. So this is an opportunity for the young generation that we have. I hope you all will commit yourself to the nation building and the vision that we have for the year 2047. I congratulate the team of the Jaipuria Institute of Management for organizing the summit on such an important event. Today's summit serves as a platform for dialogue, exchange of ideas, forming partnerships, networking, and discussions. I hope we are able to bring out some research paper based on our thoughts and discussions from experts from the industry who will be here today, so that we are able to work on this and present it to the government and ensure that we contribute to the resilience and determination, to our resilience and determination to propel India towards a future that is prosperous, equitable, and harmonious. Let us strive towards making India a Viksit Bharat and a global superpower. Thank you.